Hey everyone, and welcome back to Transport Fever, the Great Western Railway. We're following along on one of our passenger trains. You can see down the bottom left corner, 110 out of 110. Today we're going to address that and definitely get some more rolling stock done. In last episode we bought a whole lot of new rolling stock for cargo. Actually, this is a brand new one right next to us with dedicated box cars. And I want to do roughly the same here for the passenger lines. Use some of the newer stuff available in the 1900s. And get some more capacity on the line. As you can see, as we come here into Maybury, there is a slew of people on the platform, so definitely a need to increase capacity on the line both sides. So yeah, this hand side's got to have 100 people on it. So scroll out and have a look. It has, looking at it, yeah, it has going forward, the need for 139 people. How many people are coming off of this thing? So are we losing anybody? Yes, about 60, 70 people came off. And then we loaded about half of the platform who want to go forward. And then Maybury, so there's two lines here, the blue and the yellow. So the blue goes forward, which is the train we're just on, and then there's also people going off that way. So to the left, there's a need for 100, so that's some, and there is only two trains on that line, and you can see 203 out of 220 and 270 out of 330. So what I'm going to do is actually transfer one of these trains onto the yellow line, and then we'll buy a whole lot of new rolling stock for that direction. Do we have any more passenger trains around here? Are these passenger trains? Yeah, so this guy. So what I'm going to do is we'll let this guy get to this station, and then that will be their last chance to be a Great Dalton train. We'll transfer them across to the other line. Actually, it's barely on the platform. Yeah, 0.98. There you go. And it's got 88 people on it. I don't think you can find out where they're going. I think all you can know is that there's people on the train. Are you going to move? Taking a long time at the station. It knows it's going to be reassigned. Are you actually ever going to leave? There it goes. So, yeah, let's forego those 93 people, and we will reassign them to the Maybury Valley. And it drops down to 0. So they'll go forward, come down here, and then they'll come in here on this left platform and then go off that way. So now the Maybury Valley has 2 on it. Actually, did I get that wrong? Did I sell that or did I reassign it? I think I reassigned it, didn't I? I'm sure I did. Anyway, let's buy some more rolling stock. Let's see what we've got available in the shed. Yeah, time is 1903. A whole lot of new stuff has turned up. And so let's do a filter to Great Western Railway. And we'll give ourselves a beautiful, huge dialogue here. Make it nice and big. And steam engines. And so these new 440 have come available, particularly the 3700. So we have been running this train on a livestock run, but it's, as it says here, it's designed for passenger use. We're going to use this one. It started in 1902. Only 20 were built, and we're about to build one more, or maybe even 2 more. And so let's grab one of those. Huge amount of power. Like you look at everything else, 350, 200. So yeah, from a horsepower point of view, fantastic. Speed's also nearly twice the amount of everybody else. Problem is, it's just going to butt up against the rest of the traffic. We do have, actually, out of interest, before we do this, let's close this down. How do I close this? These have 110. Okay, so the current ones are 110. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. It's a bit excessive. There we go. So, yeah, so it was Great Western Railroad, this one of those, and then do we want these? So we've got 127. I think we can go over the platform length. I don't think we've got any problems. And then we only get 96 capacity. Ugh, that's not great. So we're actually going to get a smaller train out of this, even though it's newer liverage. Do we have anything that has the word British in it? We don't. So yeah, we don't actually have that much. We're using this one right now. So it's limited to 60. This one's 100. Oh, that's kind of disappointing, actually. You know what? For the sake of the whole point is to have real stuff, and this actually matches the speed. Let's do this, and we'll do a 127, and we'll just accept the smaller capacity. Because of that, I'm definitely going to buy 2. I'm wondering whether they will actually pay for themselves. Hopefully they will. But yeah, let's watch this come out. This is our first 3700, the city of Truro. Beautiful 440. What do these carriages look like? Third class, first class, third class. Okay, so first is in the middle. Kind of cool. Good length train. I love the vents on the top. Get some airflow. Into the station we go. Yeah, these 440 models don't have the same kind of paint luster as the other ones. So I don't want to probably get too many. I'm just being a snob for colour. They just don't have as good a texture. See how they kind of like got this glossy matte or glossy metal look. So I think this will probably be the last ones of these that we'll buy. And we'll relegate these to some other far-flung land when a new train comes up. But I'm sure these passengers won't mind. They can enjoy not having to wait much longer. Let's have a watch them load up. And there we have it, 87 out of 96. Okay. And away we go. Here another train. Okay, there's our livestock service coming in. Actually, no, it's just cargo, straight cargo. It's a cargo service. And out of the station it comes. Now this should get up to speed quite fast. Yeah, I do enjoy just watching the trains go. I probably spend more time watching the trains and just fiddling with detailing than actually doing new tracks and new roads. I actually really enjoy the train watching side of the game. It's kind of weird because up until this point, until I started doing the Great Western stuff, it was all about tracks, it was all about productions. And there's the livestock train which has the cows in it. Yeah, it all became how real can I make it, or how much extra detail, how much lore you can add. I love adding little dioramas and a reason for trains to exist. So yeah, if you haven't gone into the heavy mod style gameplay and picked up a whole lot of assets for a particular era, so like here it's Great Western, but you might equally do, hey, late US history freight, right, and get that massive iron effect. I highly recommend it. It's fun to delve into an area. I have watched more videos I want to admit to on YouTube about the Great Western signaling system. It's actually, there's not actually as much detail as I thought. Everything kind of repeats what has been said in previous videos. I get the feeling a lot of people are just remaking videos that they've seen prior. Well, we're getting up to 85. Yeah, the big one I still haven't found definitive information about is when you have a red signal with the circle on it, the white circle. I love this area over here. The whole dockyards. Got the newly added boat in dry dock over there. I just used some little trestle type things, saw trestles, as the way of holding everything up. This is all our docks. This is all our new yards for Dotton. It's kind of hard to see that without blurring. But yeah, I love this area. Lots of activity, no matter where you look. Lots to enjoy. We're expressing through the cargo station. This corner up here gets a little bit steep. It's interesting to see how white and stark these hills are. The town has grown up, and the houses have caused that. Right, we'll squeeze to the left here. Normally people use the middle lane to express through here. And let's see how our inaugural run has gone as far as dropping people off. This is Dotton, which is traditionally very, very busy. So no doors are being animated, getting in and out, but looks like we've lost 20-something people. And maybe a bit more than that, and then picked up. Yeah, okay, so this should take some of the load off the line. I love watching people going over the bridge. That's so cool. I love that. And so some people are walking out to the right, out to the new, this heavily built up area over here. And yeah, on this side, they're transferring out and going out that side. Yeah, I love that mod. Looks so cool. Cool, so that's taking the pressure off that. Let's scroll out. And so this one is now left with, okay, 1 in 72. So yeah, the Maybury Valley still has a bit. So Dotton is that way. So yeah, the second train that we just made, this one, actually that's a cargo train, but somewhere in there is going to be the other passenger train. They've taken the load off. So once they spread out, hopefully they'll take off the load the other direction. It looks like the Maybury, this one's the Maybury, it came in and just did a U-turn then. It looks like that's kind of balanced. So there was 100-something people waiting, and this guy came in, picked up people, dropped everybody off, and left again. Let's have a look down the line, see what it's like. So the next station, okay, 64. So we may need one more train. I was just debating whether we're going to steal one more off that line and move it across. And so in the middle here, all right, so the start of the line, next station, and then the end of the lines over here. So yeah, the numbers are not great. Around town, this looks like it's become super, super popular. So I'm just going to double that. Last time we upgraded everything to the latest tech, and so yeah, there's nothing better to buy as far as buses are concerned. So let's get that will hopefully alleviate that. How is this going? So this was at 20 and still is at 20, so that's fine. Has our train arrived yet? No, here's our train that we're following. That's the copper ore train. Where's the here's our passenger train. So yeah, a little bit of balancing act. I think, just looking at these numbers, I highly doubt there's going to be space for people to come off and then yeah, so let's move one more train across and we'll buy another one. So we'll just take that bet right now, and I'm going to keep this on the screen for a sec. So where is this train? Where are you? So you are nowhere near where I am. And where are you? You are coming that way. Okay, so I'm going to steal this guy. I'm going to go a little bit more forward, high speed. And what we're going to do is this train, when they get past the point where this line, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here, I'm going to let them stop at Dalton, and then before they get to Maybury, I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to change them to the other line as well. So where are you? You can have your, actually we can do it this way. We'll have a last run with them, or we'll flip them across as well. Going through a freight train. Even at high speed, this looks fantastic. Love it. Love it. Alright, so that's give these guys a chance to have their very last unload on this line. And then... Where is it? Where is it? Are you finished? Yeah, you're still full. Then you are going to get reassigned to that line. You go down to 0 people. And then we definitely haven't got enough people on here. So manage the vehicles. And then I'm going to dupe you twice. And that last one... Yeah, that last one can stay on the line. So you basically... Oh, this is still big. Yeah. So yeah, so a lot of reassignment. You kind of see the process of moving things across to the other line. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So one of the things I wanted to do is set up some really basic routes so we don't lose some of the opportunities that we have out there. So like, you know, there's oil here and various other things. One of the ones I did want to do is this cigar thing. So this guy has a supplier that is literally on the other side of the map, way over there. So it is a long way. It is a long way. So what I was thinking is I'm going to go from here to Taishan, and then we'll get it all the way over to Dalton, and then from Dalton we'll come out here and we'll just do trucks. So let's quickly put down some route things and get that done, because I don't want this thing to fade away, because I think it would be cool to get the cigars working. So we're going to use our standard little dock, and I'm just going to put that out the front here if it lets me. Come on, why won't you let me? You know what? Let's use one of these. Let's use the OG. And no, it looks ugly. Sometimes you can fix this by making the tendrils a bit longer. Why are you being like that? You are being strange. Why don't you want... Oh, did that join? Oh, it did. I misclicked them, but whatever, it worked. So that's that one. So let's make a new line. And this thing is called the Dalton Cigar. Yeah, Dalton Cigars. Yep. And we're just going to bring it over to town. So new lines. And we're going to go from here over to... Now, where are we going to drop it off in town? So it needs to go to the cargo station. I think it needs to pick up the tobacco and then needs to bring back the cigars. So one of the options is to use this tram line, but I've been really trying to avoid that. I think... Is it possible to give that 2 platforms, or do we just want another one of those things? You know what? I'm going to make another one. We've been making so many. A couple more doesn't really matter. So let's high capacity, street length a bit shorter, 0 degrees. Actually, no, 90. Actually, we'll come in. Yeah, so let's do out will be 0 degrees. We'll do this way. And then I'm going to hold down C, do a whole lot of rotation. And I'm trying to line it up with that left road. Also the right road. And I'm going to put it there. And I'm going to call this Dalton Cigar Transfer. And then that line. And... Alright. Brown's a cool color for this, actually. So, yeah, so did we give it a name? We didn't. Dalton, we gave the places stuff. Actually, no, it's road, cargo, Dalton Cigars. And we must have a road place somewhere. Yeah, over here. So, actually, that's the tram depot. Here it is, this one. Road depot. And we'll just grab... we'll start with 5. and put that on there. So that's that half done. So that's going to do nothing and go back and forth. So for the tobacco side, where's tobacco? Way over here. Let's do the same thing. How do we want to put this down? I think I'm okay with this. I do like this in-out style. Yeah. And Puttery, this is kind of cool. So we'll call this the Puttery Tobacco plantation. And in theory, there should be something over there. I assume there is. We'll go from there and we'll go downtown to the drop-off point, which is this one. I'm going to give this a light brown color. And road, cargo, Puttery, tobacco. And we need some... is that a depot? Yeah, you're a depot. Let's put some stuff on it. That's a long way. So let's go 10. And we'll put it on that one. So yeah, so now... Yeah, it'll putter along. Puttery. All the way over to here. And we will have some tobacco. What's the graphic look like? Cool. It looks like just a standard little box. Generic thing. And so, yep, they're trying to send 200. Actually, there's another factory. Where's the other factory? So the other factory is, okay, down here near Montguthrie. Okay, so that's that industry done. So if we look at these things, we've got cigars is done. This is cigarettes. We've already, so we'll do that later. What's this white one? This white one, what are you? Packaging, carton. It's interesting that it's there twice. Weird. Champagne, alcohol we're doing. Box goods. I don't think we're anywhere close to being able to do box goods. Also, with everything set to dynamic, so actually it does exist. There it is. But we don't have plastic. We do have steel, but we don't have plastic. So that's not possible. Bread we're doing. Tools we're doing. What's this one? Asphalt. Or asphalt. I've been told I've been saying that wrong. Well, in the Commonwealth we say asphalt. Like A-S-H-F-E-L-T is kind of how it's pronounced. Asphalt, where are you? I'm looking. I'm not seeing asphalt. I do remember seeing asphalt fade away, so it may not exist anymore. And I'm also assuming asphalt will involve some oil. Nothing's obvious. Yeah, I think asphalt doesn't exist. One of the things we do have is coffee. So where was that list of things we're trying to do? So yeah, titanium one. So asphalt, fuel, we'll get to that at some point, and not tools, machines. But they're all roughly the same. It's all like, I think that's the standard list the whole way across. The only difference is whether it does or doesn't have what's it called? Construction materials, conmats, i.e. bricks. But who wants coffee? So coffee, I saw it then. So this goes to, okay, a coffee bean factory. Okay, that's the one with the train line we've got. That's where I recognized it. And so this then goes to, okay, dot and food processing. Okay, this is, okay, it's one of the inputs for bread. We don't need more bread on the line right now. The other thing is the barrel thing. So yeah, right now I think we're kind of good from industries. Copper is one of the ones that we are doing. It comes all the way down from the hills over here. You can see this big pile here. We've got the two mines that are using beautiful cargo trains, and then they come down to this train station, dropping their stuff off. And yeah, actually, I wonder if these guys have an upgrade. No, it's still just Ivan's. There's no new variant of that yet. Yeah, so they come down here, goes on the train, and then comes across here, goes to the dockyards, comes to a special station, and then it comes across here, goes onto the boat, and then the boat comes over here and delivers it to here. So in theory, the ingots could come back and they would go to the port, and they don't reach the station. Okay, they only reach that station. Interesting. So if we wanted to come back and get it up to the station and put it on the main line, that would be a problem. Oh, that's a thing. All right, so then the ingots, who wants them? So you've got pottery war materials way over there, and silver products. Okay, interesting. So we could bring them back to here. Interesting. Well, okay, let's do that. We've got time. We can do this. I definitely think we can put a dock here. Yeah, let's do that. So, yeah, a dock. I think it's simple as that, really. Even the rotation looks good. And one terminal's plenty. Yeah, all right. And then let's get some roads down. I assume this was pretty flat. Get rid of that now. Let's put a road across there. And it should be as simple as that. And we'll go to this nice square box. You know what? This doesn't need to be that official. It can be dirt. Yeah, and we'll turn that into highway at some point. Yeah. And I'll be shocked if that doesn't reach here. It does. So, let's change the line so that copper stuff basically comes into here, goes up here, delivers the ingots. Is this 1-to-1? No, it's 2-to-1. Okay. And then, so we're going to have 2 routes because the rate won't work. So this is running at 222 up to here. And then we can boat it all the way down here. That would make it 100. And yeah, and then it would be dead weight on the way back. How's this? Okay, this has got 17 stored. So I've got the way around. So yeah, basically this turns into this. And then the other thing it would need is silver. So where's silver? So that's that one. Okay, silver, dot and silver. Oh, okay, it's right there. Okay. And so where does the silver come from? Where? Okay, there's a whole thing here we can work towards. But for now, let's just do the ship thing. Yeah, make a new line. I think we'll cut our losses. Now, I was gonna say we'll cut our losses and share a thing, but you know what? What do we have available? So I'm debating whether we should add a large thing. So cargo. So what we're looking for is something capable of taking the silver ingots. So it's that one. So the Klondike is relatively new. That turned up in 98. This one is everything, 100. It's a long way, 30, 110, 25, 100. So yeah, it's tempting to do this one. Yeah, so maybe you just do a large. Because, oh, mind you, the price, 1.1. It's literally nearly 3 times the cost for not 3 times the capacity. You know what? Let's just do this one. Or should we just go... Well, we can go modern, I guess. Oh, what should we do? That one's just boring. Let's just get one of those. And because it's big, we're going to have to reconfigure the line. Or the docks. So... auto saves kicking in, super rare. I changed it to much longer, so I don't see too many of these days. Cargo large. I have like a slip here to let the that out, so let's not use that end. Why won't you let me come out? Oh, that's annoying. Oh, if that's going to be the case, sell. I'm just going to use normal ones. Ooh, lots of new stuff came in. What year is it? 1904. Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. Lots of brake vans. Cool. All right, so let's... Can I get a small one on here? Oh, it's just because it hasn't got enough water. Oh, I think we can fix that. It's just because there's that shelf there. Let's bring this down. Yeah, that should work. And... oh, come on. It's gotta be. It's gotta be enough. It's gotta be. Let's push that in a bit. Wow, there's so much new stuff coming in. You're lying. How is that not working? So let's have a look at navigable waters. No way that doesn't work. Maybe it's the texture on the ground, but I don't think so. Let's get rid of all that stuff. And we'll make it a little bit deeper, I guess. It's gotta be the reason. Yeah, there's a couple of things like when you're putting bridges down and stuff, you go, what am I fighting against? Outside of nav... there's no way that's not deep enough. Alright, I'll keep on doing more, I guess. Then we can always bring it back later. Yeah. Weird. Oh, come on. There's no way that that's not enough. Let's go down. Make it super deep around here. "15th time lucky." Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, if you're going to be like that, let's press pause. Oh, there it is. It's because of that. There it is. That's what the problem is. It's because of that. Alright. Let's configure this. And let's put... yeah, that's going to go there. That's going to go there. And do I want it on the end? Yeah, because I'm trying to make it so that this through here still makes sense. And let's make this a bit smaller. And I'm going to give this some space. All right, and let's get a landing zone on there and on there. And so this guy needs to be on 2. That's the other copper line. And then let's get this last copper line done. Lines. New line from here to here. And yeah, those are fine. And then we'll give this a slightly pink color. All right. And this is going to be called, what's it going to be called? Boat cargo. This one, copper ore. And then boat cargo Dotton copper ore. And then this other one can be called boat cargo copper. It's just straight copper. And Dotton copper. Okay. Cool. And so, yeah, that looks good. And that's going to get it over to there. And we just need to buy our boat. If I can click on the right thing. Buy. And we're going to go with these. And we'll just go for 2. And we now have... press pause. This guy should say... it's receiving a huge amount of copper from the mountains, and it should be saying, I want to come back. Did we set the line up that says from here? It should say, does this not have ingot? It has ingot support. Okay. It should work. Why don't you work? It should say this comes in at the copper port. It just unloads ore and picks up ingots, and in the port it picks up core and drops off ingots. So that should work. And then over here, this should say, hey, wait for available, pick up ingots, and unload ingots, and it's actually spoons. So for the sake of it, I'm going to say, if you're capable of picking up spoons, do that, and you may drop off spoons. Now, it doesn't actually have touch to get to the station, so I don't think it would go anywhere. Actually, it will go to the here. It'll go into this town thing. So if this town wanted it, it would go. But yeah, it doesn't really work right now. But yeah, so there we are. 74 coming inbound. So another micro thing done. Not very Great Western Railway, that part, but part of the equation. But yeah, that will be the end of the episode. I really enjoyed getting all that new hardware. I think this all looks pretty cool. The lines aren't too egregious. They look kind of okay. And I think our slipway into here is not too destroyed. I shouldn't have done that, because I want that fence to making this worse. Trying to get that fence back up again. Yeah, I think I've destroyed that. I think I might need to do that again. Yeah, as I fix this detailing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time as we do something else. I think it's time to extend some of those remote lines. I can't get that working. Yeah, we'll do that next time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time in the Great Western Railway. Bye, everybody.